So yeah, today I just want to talk to you about the story of the three wise men. I got a picture. It was so crazy, family. I got a Christmas card for my sister, my older sister as well. Um, and the picture was the three wise men. So I was like, wow, boom. This is exactly why I was literally just talking to my uncles about the three wise men and the story of the three wise men and how it actually represents a spiritual transformation or spiritual process that we all have to go through. We all have to go through, which is back to the story of Jesus, which is an allegory. A lot of people want to believe the story of Jesus Christ. It's um, it's actually not a real story. It's actually an allegory explaining. It's a beautiful story explaining the spiritual transformation that we all have to go to. We all have to go through to become Christ. That's it. We all have the potential to become Christ. So, what I want to talk to you about is what who the three wise men are and what they are in our cerebral cortex. What positions do they play in our cerebral cortex for us to produce a certain chemical, which is the Christ oil, Christ meaning the anointed one, so we can go through the spiritual process to become Christ, Ashe. So we got to remember, Christ is just a title. Christ is a title. Krishna was a Christ. Buddha was a Christ. Yeshua was a Christ. There have been many Christs. Christ is someone that comes down from the spiritual plane to the physical plane, which is physical matter, and completes a specific mission or specific task, which is to understand and to overcome this third dimension. That's basically it. That is it. Our whole existence is to get over this third dimension. We have to get over it, family. That is our mission. And once we complete this mission, then we can ascend back to the Father, just like Christ. So, and this is all allegory. These are not real. These are not real people, or these are not real points in history that happened. The story can just be as beautiful if we just understood the story. Not everything has to. We have to believe. Not everything has to happen for us to get the message. You know what I'm trying to say? The message is way more important than admiring and worshiping the people. So that's what I want to tell you about the story. So let's go through these slides and some of these notes I've got. Boom. All right. Peace and love, family. And if you want to find out this information for yourself, I definitely always have a source of information that I leave. The book that can give you a great information about the three wise men or the spiritual transformation of the Christ oil is the Book of Wisdom. You want to get part 1, part 2, and part 3. These are where I get my sources from. So you lot have a place to go to and read it for yourself. We all have to complete the mission of becoming Christ. We all have to go through the spiritual transformation. This is not an ego. We have to get out of the ego where we think we're better than people. We have some holy knowledge, and all this knowledge is ours. It's ours. We're all part of the collective consciousness, and we all have a specific. We're all on a different mission as well. This is what I want to say to people. So the source I got my information from, talking about the spiritual transformation, specifically the Christ oil, is the Book of Wisdom. Get that book. It's a great book. All right, cool. Get part 1 and part 2, part 3. So that's where I get my sources from. All right, cool. So now let's break this down, family. So we were talking about the three wise men. The three wise men. The three wise men came from the east. We three kings of Orient. All right, cool. So we have the three wise men that came from the east, and they're coming down the ladder. The ladder is your spine. Every time you see the ladder, in Masonic art anyway, they like to use the ladder. In more, I would say south or east, especially south, or even African mythology, I'll say, we like to use more, or South Asians, they like to use more of a staff or a stick, and then same with Africa as well. But yeah, the Masonic art, they use the ladder, and this ladder represents your spine. So every time you see a ladder or you see a staff, the staff is your spine. That's what it is. And then when you see a snake, so like see they're using what they're using here. They're using the three wise men here. So these are three wise men coming down from the east. The east is where your pituitary gland, your pineal gland, boom, right here. So where's that located, family? That's located at the east. So that's where it's coming from, the east. That's why we have the east. And then we have the three wise men, the familist, the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, coming down the ladder from the east, sitting at your sacrum. So the Jesus oil is in Nazareth. So this is the map of Nazareth. This is explained to you exactly the oil on where it's coming down. You see the river Jordan equals the spinal cord. This is your whole spinal cord. And the Dead Sea equals your sacrum bone, your solar plexus, family. Alright, cool. Let's go through this. So Jesus, the oil is in Nazareth, the head with Joseph and Mary, the pineal and the pituitary gland, and the King Herod wants to kill them. Who is King Herod? King Herod is Set. King Herod is the Matrix. King Herod is fucking fluoride water, bitch. That's what King Herod is. He's trying to calcify the pineal gland and make sure and program you so you never wake up. You get y'all stuck in this bitch. I swear, I just got some deja vu just right now. I'm mad. But anyway, yeah, the King Herod wants your ass programmed. He wants you in the Matrix. He don't ever want you to ascend, ever. He wants you to stay in the third dimension. Alright, cool. So King Herod wants to kill Jesus, which is the oil, which is the Christ, which is you. Once you reach the spiritual transformation, you unleash this oil. This is more of a Masonic teaching, but anyway, this is the allegory of Jesus Christ. So we're gonna go for it. Okay, so Jesus, the oil goes down the river Jordan. We have the river Jordan here. River Jordan is the spine. Remember through that, cool. The spine to Bethlehem next to the Dead Sea. Your sacrum bone. Right here, where your solar equals the solar plexus. Cool. This is why in all meditations as well, they always tell you to bring the energy back to the solar plexus, to the navel, all the time. In all different type of spiritual energy work, it's always bring the energy back to the navel. Same. But anyway, to Bethlehem next to the Dead Sea, to the sacrum bone. Joseph and Mary, which is the pineal gland and pituitary gland, and waiting for Jesus, the oil, to return. So Jesus went on his mission. Boom, from the pineal gland, left his parents, and it's so funny as well. Didn't he start preaching at the age of 12, which is number 3, and then after he died at 33. All right, cool. But anyway, so yeah, he went on his mission, which is all an allegory to let you know the process of the oil, what you have to do. So the oil is basically when you live a certain lifestyle, you dedicate your life to the spirituality, and you dedicate your life to consciousness, and the work, aka the work. You dedicate your life to the work, which everyone on this planet should be doing. You're dedicating your life to the spiritual work. You go on this journey. Alright, cool. So let's read this. I'm waiting for Jesus Christ, the oil, to return. The process of the oil coming down from the head symbolizes Jesus coming down from heaven into the physical form. So we came down from the fourth dimension, you could say. Some come from higher dimensions. Alright, guess up, calm down. I see you. But anyway, you come down from the higher heavens, higher dimension, into the physical dimension. So we come from elusiveness to physical matter. That's why it sucks here, man. Jesus dying for 3 days and then being resurrected to be crucified at age 33. Alright, the number 33 is a metaphorical story about the Christ oil process within the body which activates 100% of the brain. Ooh, remind you of that story, Lucy. Remember that movie, Lucy, boy? I got to watch that movie again. But anyway, the story of Jesus is metaphorical for the journey of the sacred oil the brain produces. The oil comes down from remember we said Christ means the oil Christ means anointed one? Alright, cool. The oil coming down from the brain is God descending from heaven to earth. And that's us, family. Jesus dying for 3 days in the cave is symbolic of the sacred fluid staying in the sacrum bone at the base of the spine. What's at the base of the spine? So this is also important to know as well, which is for another video, but since we're going to Masonic symbolism, it's also Shakti energy. Remember that video I did about Shakti? I just did that yesterday, and the video is about the spiritual force. Shakti is a spiritual force, a divine, beautiful goddess. That's what Shakti is, and it's sitting at the base of our spine. And when that activates from our root chakra to our crown chakra, we unlock our Kundalini energy, family. That passion, ooh, that we all have. So we all have to unlock Shakti, and we all have to unlock our Kundalini. But it takes time. It's no rush. You know what I'm trying to say? We do have quite a long time to do this, so no rush. You know what I'm trying to say? But we're on that mission now. We're on that mission now. So let's get with it, family. So anyway, 3 days symbolizing the sacrament of the bone, the base of the spine, decay for some time. Then once the oil was resurrected, meaning activated, so Jesus Christ was resurrected, meaning activated the Kundalini. Boom, just what I was saying. So meaning activating the Kundalini to rise the oil back up to the spine. So we took a journey down from the heaven, which is our crown chakra, our kingdom, so our pineal gland, our pituitary gland, and our thymus. And we said to our mom and dad, which is Joseph and Mary, we need to go on a mission. We need to get the fuck out of here. I don't know why we came down. So anyway, we went on our mission. We came back down. We went to the sacral bone. We were like, man, this shit. We got all the knowledge we need now. All right, we can go back. All right, cool. We went back. We activated our Kundalini. It rises, and now we're traveling back all the way up the 33 vertebrae, which is why they use that number 33 in the Masonic symbolism all the time. They use 33. Jesus died at 33. You add up 3 plus 3 is the number 6, which is basically the number of man. The number of 6. 6 is the number of carbon, so on and so on. So cool. And carbon is the building blocks of life. So okay, all 33 vertebrae on the back of the spine and crosses the vagus nerve. The sacred oil crosses the vagus nerve, is being Jesus crucified at 33. So Jesus Christ got crucified at 33 of the age of age, because there are 33 vertebrae on the back of the spine. So remember, this is all an allegory. He never really got crucified at 33. So you think someone's just gonna be like, all right, cool, just to make sure this meets up with prophecy, make sure you die at 33. No, nigga, this is an allegory. You know what I'm trying to say? It's an allegory. So because there's 33 vertebrae on the back of the spine, the death of Jesus symbolizes being born again and turning spirit in matter. Turning spirit matter into spirit. Alright, cool. Let's go back here. Okay, now if you look at the image on the left, which is this right here, the thymus, the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, the 3 wise men coming down from the east, as we explained, down your spine into the sacrum, the base of your spine. So if you look at the image on the left, you can see the story of the 3 wise men. The story of the 3 wise men is simply an allegory explaining to you a spiritual transformation that we all have to go through, or have the potential to go through. So we all like to say we're gods, but we don't move that way. So we all have the potential. What does it say in the Bible? What's that saying that says in the Bible? Many are called, but few are chosen. So many are called, many have the potential to become Christ. But few are chosen. I think the whole Christ story is an allegory where it starts off with baby Jesus being the oil in Nazareth, which is the head, which is your crown chakra, your kingdom, with Joseph and Mary. Joseph representing the pineal gland, masculine energy, and Mary representing the pituitary gland, which is feminine energy, and King Henry that wants to kill them. So what's King Henry? King Henry wants to calcify your pineal gland and program you the matrix. That's what King Henry is. Never doing the spiritual work. So he never wants you to do the spiritual work, aka the matrix, or the world set. Set is the upside down world. Stranger Things and all that. You get me? So that's what Set is. Set is the physical world. Set killed his brother Osiris, the dead king, resurrected. Cyrus is so Set killed his brother, and Cyrus is the god of the underworld. You can say Osiris, and then when he resurrected and became the dead king is you. You are the dead king that resurrects. So, and once you go through the halls of Maya, your heart gets weighed on a scale. These are all allegories as well. Your heart gets weighed on a scale, and if not, your ass goes back to Set, back into the physical realm. So we all have to make sure our heart is light as a feather. And by making our heart light as a feather, family, we have to get over the physical world. This is what this whole journey of life is. I know they've told you that it's about whatever they told you it's about, being an NPC. But it's not. You're more than an NPC. You're more than a human being. You're not human. You're not black. You're not white. You're not Asian. You're not none of these things. You're not Hispanic. You're none of these things. So we gotta understand that you're more than that. You know what I'm trying to say? You're more than that, family. You are God. So yeah, family. I want to say you're more than that. You're more than a human being. You're more than your race. You're more than. You're not your race. You're not your name. You're none of these things. I'm not saying none of these things are important, but you have to get over these things and understand that you are God, and we are all one, and we are all part of the collective consciousness, and we all have a responsibility on how we think, the thoughts that we put out to the universe, and to open up that heart chakra. We really want to be in this time or space where we're opening up the heart chakra, not judging people. That's a big one. That's going to make people's heart heavy, and bring your ass back to this reincarnation and back to the third dimension. Is your heart will be heavy because you're judging people. We have to get over judging people. You're not none of these things. Everything that ever happened to you, family, never happened to you. You're living in a holographic simulation. You're living in a world of Set, the upside down world. This is the truth. You're living in the world of Set, where things don't make sense. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the honest truth. You are not everything that bad. I know it sounds crazy, but everything that bad, molestation, this and that, some people judging you, it's not. It never happened to you. So relax. People need to understand it. Never. That's the good thing about it. You're literally an actor. You're playing characters, and the actor, the real actor, is you. You're God. Is God is the actor playing these many characters, these many reincarnations. So that's the good thing about it. And like Buddha says, the good thing is suffering ends. Transformation, transcending. Death is a beautiful thing. We have to understand that death is more beautiful than life. This is the painful part. I'm not saying you can't have I'm not one. If you can have heaven and earth, you're a co-creator of your reality. So you're being part of a God is creating and being a co-creator of your reality. So being abundant, that's your birthright. It's gonna be something that is your birthright. Being abundant, being love, being light. These are all your birthrights. But I'm just saying that you're here to play a game. It's a holographic simulation. That's a fact. It's not real. So anything that happened to you, I don't know, wherever your name is, whatever you think happened to you, never happened to you. None of these things matter what people tell you they matter. Your sexuality don't matter. Your race don't matter. None of it matters. The only thing that matters, family, is you doing the work. You doing the spiritual work. That's the only thing that matters. Unless you want to be down here and continue this suffering and this reincarnation and over and over and over and over and over. You know what I'm trying to say? We have to break the reincarnation cycle and ascend. That's the truth, family. We have to ascend. We have to get over these things. We have to get over our vices. A lot of us have vices. We have to get over. I know it sounds corny, and me being a cultist, I do preach to please your ego. You have to please it so you get over it. But there's no such thing as a death of the ego. You can't kill your ego because your vessel is the ego. If you look at the etymology of the word ego, it's self. It's this human vessel that you made, so you can maneuver in this matrix. You get me? So since we're here, we have to control that ego. That's the better word. Control it, check it, put it in place. I check you, I run you. You don't run me. Nothing that you do, this ego, you don't run me, I run it. We have to fully control it, and by controlling our vices, getting that mission of not drinking, not smoking. Yeah, I know it sounds, but that's the work. That's the work, family. Having a clear mind, but you can't pollute your brain with all these drugs and alcohols and think. And I just talked about the thymus and the pineal gland. That's all part of calcifying it. Marijuana actually decalcifies the pineal gland, but you don't have marijuana as a vice. It's not good. It's bad. Because I'm telling you from personal experience about marijuana and weed, and it's a terrible vice to have. I think it's worse than crack, man. I don't know what they be putting inside these inside the weed nowadays, but man, like it's mad. It's mad. When weed wasn't the same when I was growing up. I'm telling you, boy, it's crazy. But you wanna start smoking, you wanna start drinking, you wanna start. I'm not telling you what to do. You know what to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what to do. You know, some people need to smoke. You know what I'm trying to say? They never had no vice. They just straight up. You know what I mean? I'm just fear. So you might want to smoke. You know, so you know what to do in this upside down in this world of set, and we have to. But the big thing is to control our vices, control all our human urges. Sex is a massive one. Like, oh my god, man, trust me, fam. But that's another one where we all have, no one's perfect. You know what I'm trying to say? There's so much people probably in the comments that are got this vice thing figured out. They've mastered it. You know, so everyone is on their spiritual journey. No ego. We got to control the ego. No one's above anyone. We're all part of the collective consciousness. We're all one, teaching one, loving one, respecting one. We got to come out of the space of the ego where we're the same thing because it makes us feel good. You know, it's like, you know what I'm trying to say? You have to get out egos and everything as well. You know, so we gotta understand that people are like, you didn't get that information yourself. You read that in a book. Yeah, I read it in a book. So that shit, ego, shit like that. The people come with their egos. Like, you read that in a. Of course, I read it. And I made a comprehension about it. So we gotta come out. We gotta come out. The ego is in many things, family. So we gotta come out the ego. Happy Heru, by the way. Happy Heru. Day of 25th is 25th, which Heru was born. Shout out to Heru. Shout out to all the gods and goddesses that were born on the 25th. Shout out to Yeshua. Yeshua was born on the 25th, so we want to shout out to Yeshua as well. And everyone, you know, respect everything, love everything, but remember who you are. You are God. You are God. You are God. There's nothing outside of yourself that's gonna help you transform and make you go to heaven. You have to do the work. No one's carrying your cross for you. You have to carry your own cross. Ashe. So, alright, happy Heru. I hope that gave you an explanation of the three wise men and the positions they play. Ashe. Peace and love, family.